Welcome everybody to the Wednesday Night Warriors episode number 16. I am Romeo, joined once again by Chris.
And Mary Jane.
And we are the Wednesday Night Warriors. We're going to talk about Wednesday Night Wrestling, NXT and AEW back on the same night, once more reunited, and it felt so good. Last week on the Wednesday Night Warriors, we were split. I was NXT, Chris was AEW, and the True Heels broke it and voted for AEW 11-4. AEW wins the war. They are up 9-5 with one tie. Before we get into this week's festivities, reminder, please like this video, share this video with your wrestling friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. We got plenty of coverage covering all companies of wrestling. You'll enjoy it. I'm going to start here with AEW Dynamite. The Lucha Express. What the hell? The FTR versus. What the fuck you call them? Shit. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. Jurassic Express. What the fuck?
There we go. There we go. You got it.
The Young Bucks, they come out, they super kick the ref, they drop their fine money in Tony Khan's lap backstage. Very gangster. They walk past FTR getting mocked. The only wish here is that I wish it was Rick Knox that got super kicked here. They work a tag team match, these two teams. That's a more traditional tag than Car Crash, which I liked, and which I love. And FTR win with a roll-up. Cash is holding hands with Dax. Dirty finish. Good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. It was a really good opener. I enjoyed the pacing of it because it wasn't a car crash, but it did turn up towards the end where there was like spot after spot and, all the makings of a good tag team match. So that was good to see. Young Bucks super kicking the refs for no reason. It's just great. I love it. It's just a good finisher. A good opener to the show.
And NXT opens with Shotzi Blackheart versus Io Shirai. Fun match. A super Hurricane Rana. Shotzi gets Germaned on the apron. Io wins with the over-the-moon moonsaults. She misses most of Shotzi, but the feet get her pretty hard. This match was so good. This could have been a takeover match. Afterwards, they have mad respect. Shotzi is a future NXT Women's Champ in my mind. If she stays there.
Yeah, I agree. I like Shotzi. It's just another solid match between her and Io. Io, of course, doing what she always does, but Shotzi continuing to improve and show that she can hang with the best of them. So I hope she is champ sooner rather than later, when they decide to do something more with Io. But we'll see what happens.
Matt Hardy is lying in pain backstage, holding onto his knee. Jericho wonders if his leg needs to be amputated or something like that, which is too soon for me. Hold on a second. My Ric Flair pop also had its foot amputated, and it was too soon of a joke for me. It really hit me in the feels. Ciampa destroys a jabroni named Desmond Troy. Apparently, Troy is an All-American wrestler. Wow. Ciampa squashes him with the Widow's Bell. Jake Atlas comes out afterwards. He's aggressive on the mic. Believable, I thought. He challenges Ciampa next week. Remember the post-match beatdown that Ciampa gave him a couple weeks ago.
Does Ciampa really need to be squashing anybody? I get where they're going, though. At least he has a storyline to look forward to.
They're pushing that new edge, the heel thing. Psycho Killer, Ciampa's back.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be fucking squashing guys. Put him in a meaningful feud with somebody. Give him something to do. But Jake Atlas, why not? They could probably put on some good matches.
It's Kazarian versus Hangman with Kenny Omega on commentary. Hangman comes out. They unnecessarily put no longer in a tag team on his nameplate. I would just go backstage and beat up the graphics guy immediately for that kind of trolling. This was a good match, good slugfest. Hangman wins with the buckshot lariat. Omega reiterates on commentary he's done with tag wrestling. He's out. He leaves. Hangman looks distraught to not see Kenny Omega sticking around. So far, so good on AEW. They heard my criticisms They knew the in-ring action was pretty weak last week. They saw NXT was better in the ring. They said, fuck that. That's not happening again. So far, they put their foot down, and AEW's off to a great start.
Yeah, this is a really good match between both guys. And, yo, Kaz looks good. Kaz looks like fucking singles run Kaz again. I like it. It was a solid match, physical. Kenny on commentary, which was kind of weird. But, I mean, I like the fact that him and Hangman, they're still kind of teasing like the tension between them two. I thought it would just be like they split up, they're done. But still intrigued.
Finn Balor vignettes. He compares his reign now to his reign in the past as NXT champ. Back then, Finn Balor needed the brand. Right now, the brand needs Finn Balor. Since he holds the title, the NXT title is the most important title as they show Roman Reigns, McIntyre, they even show Walter. Strong words as he invites challengers to come at him.
Yeah. Fuck it, especially Walter. That should be a good match.
And then
my girlfriend just gave me the finger for anybody who's.
Why you gotta be a snitch?
There will be more middle fingers in this episode. MJF versus Sean Dean. Another jabroni. Poke in the eye, salt of the earth. MJF wins that quickly. MJF afterwards says he wants to be called the undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned AEW World Champion, Triple U. He bullies Justin Roberts into announcing him like that. And then he teases starting a stable or joining one to get taken more seriously around here. No more lone wolf. I like the idea of that. If I want to see him jump around from all the factions in AEW and just and be like the punk ass kid in the group project who doesn't do shit and it's just a pain in the ass to be around.
You know, that would be a good idea too.
MJF joins the Dark Order one week and he's just the fucking worst Dark Order member of all time. Then he joins up with Eddie Kingston and those guys, and well, I'm family now.
I kind of want to see him team up with FTR and Tully.
Oh fuck, that's where they're going.
Them three and Wardlow. I mean, that's a nice little 4-man.
It's funny. He talks about Lone Wolf and he's got Wardlow there behind him, and apparently Wardlow didn't look pleased about it.
Yeah, I mean they're teasing that too, which is kind of dope, but too soon.
Austin Theory comes out. He says he's a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and the loss to Bronson Reed was a fluke. He issues an open challenge. Kushida answers it. No music. He's straight business here. Kushida was awesome. 2 matches in a row, he's been awesome. He taps Theory out. They're pushing Kushida right now.
Which they should, because he could do some good shit, as we seen a sample of on Wednesday.
Eddie Kingston comes out. He says he never lost the Battle Royal. He's got his boys with him. He says they're family, not a stable, not a faction. They pull out some wrestlers from the front row. They beat him up. Doma! Get him, Poppy! In your face! Eddie's great here. His thick New York accent just makes it funnier. He tells Blade to get his house in order. These guys need a name. Kingston calls them a family of violence, agents of chaos. Both fine names. We'll see what happens.
I like Family of Violence. That was the one I'm leaning towards. But it was dope. I mean, he's hilarious on the mic. It's great hearing him talk shit and then seeing the other guys beat people up. Why not?
Candice and Johnny Gargano vignettes. Gargano was funny here, Johnny. Talking about buying a new TV and getting Tegan knocks the bill. Candice looking to win the Battle Royal next week to challenge Io. Private Party versus Jericho and Hager. The Jericho entrance, it's cute the first couple of 100 times. And now it's just getting so corny with this sing-along. These marks. This match, though, I will admit, much better than it had any business being. Besides the 5 minutes that Hager was beating up on Cassidy. Jericho with the Judas effect on Isaiah for the win. Walls of Jericho after Mark Quinn saves him, setting up a singles match probably between Jericho and Mark.
I fucking love Judas, bro. I sing it at home when I'm watching it in the comfort of my own home. I sing along with the people. It's the best part about Jericho at this point. Whether you like it or not. So that shit stays, brother. It stays. But the match was better than I thought it was going to be. It was a solid match. Not much of a car crash either.
No.
It was good. It was a nice solid tag team.
I know, for having Private Party in it, that's amazing.
That's good. That means they're learning because they're actually not that bad. They could just learn to slow down a little bit. Yeah.
Breezango versus Imperium for the tag titles. Breezango's got the Fashion Police gimmick again for one night. Imperium, they sprint to the ring to start this fast-paced match. Fandango's going to destroy his hip and tailbone one of these days, missing those leg drops off the top rope. Unique ending as Breeze counters the Doomsday Device position into a victory roll. Breezango wins.
It was another solid tag team match. It started off kind of slow for me, but then it started to really pick up. And
these two teams have good chemistry.
Yeah, and a nice back and forth between them just towards the end with the little false finishes. It was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Maybe they'll throw in another tag team. A good one, hopefully.
And then it's NWA Women's Championship on the line on AEW. Ivelisse versus Thunder Rosa. Sheeta is watching in the crowd. Oh, boy. I had to watch this match. The first viewing, I was like, this is pretty good. Pretty good. I like this match. But then I hear the reports that they're shoot fighting against each other for real. So I had to watch it a second time. During the commercial, I'm watching the Fight TV version, which shows the action during the commercial. And Ivelisse just stops giving a fuck about this match. She's like sitting with her elbows on her knees, looking at Diamante on the outside, like, fuck this bitch. And it looked very awkward as Thunder Rosa puts a submission on her. To me, it looked like Ivelisse was trying to get too much offense in, according to Thunder Rosa, and Thunder Rosa didn't appreciate it. But Thunder Rosa wins with a tombstone. Afterwards, Diamante attacks. Sheeta helps Thunder Rosa, and then picks up the NWA Women's Championship, puts it on Thunder Rosa's shoulders. Yeah, what'd you think?
So, like you, at first I watched it, I was like, oh man, this is a physical match. They're beating the shit out of each other. Like, yeah, there's some stiff shots. See the match, the aftermath, whatever. Then you start to hear the reports, you watch it again, and like, fuck, these are some stiff shots. Like, they were really exchanging. But the word is that they already had some beef backstage prior to the match. So it was probably some shit brewing up, blew up in the match, and then, they started hitting each other with receipts. But at least they did business.
I thought the match was good, too.
It wasn't bad. It was a good match. But, I mean, it looked like some stiff shit. So you can tell that there was a little animosity behind those shots.
Now they're setting up a tag team match here, so
great.
They're gonna have to wrestle again.
Diamante could stiff his back too. It's a 2-on-1. Get us some help, pal.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Must see TV.
Absolutely.
Over on NXT, it's women's tag team action. Jessie, Camilla, and Xylee. No explanation why they're a tag team. Versus Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. Once this match came on, I had a pretty good feeling, you know what? AEW is probably going to win this week. So, let me take off my Wednesday Night Warriors hat, and let me put on my NXT Developmental Scout hat on. This level of talent cannot compete with what's going on TNT with Dynamite. I thought Kaden looked good. Camilla needs a lot of work. Kaden and Casey's tag team chemistry is getting better. They win. And Xylee walks out on any kind of handshakes and respect afterwards.
I mean, I've seen Casey and Kaden in tag team action before. They're actually not that bad. They're a good tag team.
They're getting better.
They're
starting to be more fluid and do moves together.
Yeah, which, it comes with time and experience. So that's good for them. Jessie
Camilla. I don't know how to pronounce. I forgot how to pronounce it.
I was saying Kamehameha the whole time. Camilla, she needs a lot of work, but she's tall, she's big, she's athletic, she got the tools, So we'll see what happens. And I thought Xylee looked good, So
yes,
she got nice striking ability. I seen her hit. She hit somebody with a kick. Shit looked painful. So
they're giving her a story here.
Yeah, and she's walking out, so maybe she's getting a little lower mid card push.
Miro's working out. He's with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. He talks about doing a bachelor party. This was lame. Nothing about this pairing has intrigued me whatsoever so far. I hope it's over very quickly and Miro just beats the shit out of him at his wedding.
I kind of hope this is what this is leading to, because I don't understand the pairing either. But Miro looks fucking jacked. It looks like he's ready to go. I just want to see him in the ring already. You know what I mean? So however they get him there, just get him there already.
It's supposed to be a tag team match here. Drake Maverick and Killian Dane versus Undisputed Era, Fish and Strong. But Killian did not agree to this shit. Drake Maverick could never get in touch with him. He couldn't get his phone number. But Killian watches from the gorilla position. And then, Drake is getting manhandled, of course, by Undisputed Era. William Regal walks up to Dane backstage, makes him feel bad. Dane eventually walks to the ring. He helps a beaten down Drake get back in the ring and says, there, I did something, I helped. He starts walking away, but Roderick Strong, what a dumbass, says something smart. Killian hears it, walks back, starts attacking Undisputed Era. Fist uses a chair on Dane for the DQ, dirty finish. Drake saves Killian from Undisputed Era. He yells, they're a team! And then Killian lays him out again. They're trying to do this team hell no vibes thing. It's just not as entertaining because Drake Maverick is a dweeb, a dork. Daniel Bryan is way cooler than him. So, yeah, Drake Maverick looks like an idiot.
Yeah, Killian Dane's no fucking Kane. That's it. That was a nice little rhyme right there. But I actually motherfucker spitting. I kind of like the pairing though and the story. Like, I want to see what it leads to, but I'm upset that it's at the expense of the Undisputed Era. Like, you really got nothing for the Undisputed Era but to be involved in this shit. But it is what it is.
Then Lance Archer. The front row has not been beaten up enough tonight, so he beats him up a little more. He's with Jake the Snake, and Jake the Snake says if he's going to lay in bed with the devil, it might as well be the Tasmanian devil. So Taz comes out. They've made an agreement. They're going to be a 6-man tag versus Moxley and 2 others. Moxley gets jumped by a fan again, but this time, nope, it's Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. And I saw a security guy just get thrown to the moon here by Cage. Will Hobbs, the newly signed Will Hobbs to AEW, he comes out with a chair. He helps out Mox. Mox puts him over strong and calls out Darby Allin to be the third guy on his team for the 6-man tag. Now, this is a 6-man tag. I don't mind. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Because I've been hearing a lot about this guy on AEW Dark, and he was in the Battle Royal, and he looked kind of impressive. So I was like, shit, they're going to give this guy a little push. They're going to give him a little spotlight. Why not? See what he can do. And then, of course, Darby Allin makes the obvious choice. It's a nice little car crash 6-man tag. Yeah.
Jake Atlas is getting interviewed in the parking lot as he's leaving. We already heard from him earlier, so I knew automatically he was about to get jumped. And he does get jumped by Ciampa. Kyle O'Reilly, out of nowhere, breaks it up. He tells Ciampa to save it for next week. Very babyface. But then he asks Atlas, you okay, man? And Atlas says, yeah. And Kyle says, yeah, get up, good, get up. And then he walks away. Kyle O'Reilly was funny there. It was very heelish there. So Kyle O'Reilly, very tweener in this segment. What'd you think? This is an interesting way to display Kyle O'Reilly, considering Fish and Strong are very heel, and Adam Cole's very babyface.
Yeah, which I kind of alluded to a couple episodes ago on Wednesday Night Warriors.
Yes, you did. Pat yourself on the back, man. Do a Barry Horowitz.
Come on. Oh, my favorite jabroni. I got the Horowitz beard. All I need is the bullet. Look out. Halloween might be Horowitz, but no, for real. I like it. I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I want to see where it leads.
Damien Priest versus Timothy Thatcher for the North American Championship. A solid match here, I thought. It's just overshadowed by Io and Shotzi tearing the house down, and also overshadowed by what's going on the other channel that we're going to talk about. This wasn't bad, I thought, but not worth the main event slots on the show. Also, you knew Priest was winning. You just knew Thatcher wasn't going to win. Priest wins with the reckoning.
I mean,
do you agree with me on those points?
I think it was a solid main event. You know, I think you're right on most of them. Like, I definitely thought Damien Priest was going to win, and I knew it was going to be a good match. But you know, it takes away the predictability. You know, it takes away from it. So I get where you're coming from there, but their styles meshed really good, and I thought it made like an interesting match. So I enjoyed it.
And AEW with the parking lot fight. Santana and Ortiz with the dead president's face paint versus Chuck and Trent. And wow, Chuck and Trent, they kill themselves on the hood of a car that Ortiz is under the hood. Santana gets blood and guts. Ortiz throwing the sledgehammer into the windshield perfectly. That was nice. Ortiz with a suplex on the top of the car to Chuck. Santana with a splash from a truck. Ortiz bleeds from the shoulder. Blood and guts. Ortiz a suplex on a steel rail. Trent is busted open. Blood and guts. He's powerbombed on the roof of the car by Ortiz. And then double powerbombed on the windshield. Oh! Chuck is about ready to die. Santana banging the pipe. Pops the trunk with his remote. Does Chuck. And Orange Cassidy comes out of the trunk. Orange with an orange punch on Santana with a steel chain. And then Santana is pile drived on the hood of a car. The crunchy on Ortiz through plywood. Best friends win. Dirty finish. Afterwards, Sue picks them up in a minivan. And she flips the bird. Great visual. This was violent. Very violent. The best parking lot fight I have ever seen in my life. Also, the right guys won here. One of the best Dynamite matches ever. They're about to have a parking lot fight by where you're at. Very timely.
Just put it through the table already.
I wish AEW did less car crash matches and less blood and guts. So something like this right here means so much more. But it already
Go.
it already means a lot. Great job by Santana and Ortiz. Great job by Best Friend. You know what? Standing ovation for me. What a match. 5 stars from Dave Meltzer. And you know what? 5 stars for me. And I don't give out 5 stars for fucking anything.
Man, this is literally a car crash. Literally.
You think?
And they used every part of the car. The hood, the trunk. They're breaking mirrors. They're breaking windows. They're fucking... Oh, man. It was just destruction all over the place. Definitely the best match I think I've seen on Dynamite. Like on an actual episode of Dynamite. Has to be. There's plenty of them, but it has to be. Definitely the best parking lot match I've ever... Like, you can't even make this shit up on 2K. This shit was that good. They used everything in the book. I mean, you can't top that. And I don't give out 5-star ratings, but this one gets 5 stars.
Some quick stats: tag team matches, AEW 3, NXT 2. Championship matches, AEW 1, NXT 2. Women's segments, AEW 1, NXT 4. Alcohol, AEW 1. Squashes, AEW 1, NXT 2. Blood and guts, AEW 3. Dirty finishes, AEW 2, NXT 1. And car crashes, AEW 1, NXT 1. The ratings are in. The Wednesday Night War, they're going head to head. So they're both down. NXT 689K, AEW 886K. They win again. AEW 39 and 10 and 1 die. Match of the night. No fucking question. Best friends, Santana and Ortiz. Parking lot fight. You just heard us say one of the best Dynamite matches we've ever seen.
Yep. No argument there.
MVP, I am going to go Shotzi Blackheart. She shined. Push Shotzi, strap the rockets, push her to the moon where Cameron Grimes is.
My MVP is Sue. She came through in the minivan, picked her boys up after getting the W, and then hit him with the fuck you to end the show. The best middle finger to end the show in the 2000s.
Jabroni, who you got? Who was a jabroni?
Oh, what's his name? Sean Dean? Why JF beat him in like 10 seconds? Now he wants to
Yeah,
do with the Dark Order.
That was pos. How do you get beat that quickly from an eye poke? And then the submission. My jabroni, I originally had him too, but then I thought about it. Drake Maverick. Ugh. This is Robert Stone levels of jabroni here. He just looks terrible. Show of the night. I thought after a week, 2 weeks in a row from AEW, a week go home show, a week fallout show, Dynamite is back! And man, oh man, it feels too sweet to be all elite. AEW, no question, no debate. Almost a perfect show from beginning to end. My only criticism was that Rusev, Miro and Kip Sabian. I don't even have to ask you, do I?
No.
But anything you want to elaborate on?
Yeah, I mean, NXT wasn't terrible.
No.
There was no way they could compete with what AEW put on Dynamite.
Next week, looking forward, AEW's having a Tuesday night, late night Dynamite after Inside the NBA, after the playoffs, 1 hour. It's Brandy versus Anna Jay. Scorpio Sky versus Ben Carter. Matt Sydal versus apparently this guy's pretty good.
Ooh, Ben Carter. Okay.
We'll see. Matt Sydal versus Shawn Spears in the main event. And Chris Jericho will be on commentary. We don't have to cover this, do we?
What is this? Late night
Tuesday night Dynamite after Inside the NBA.
Yeah, because I don't think there's gonna be Dynamite Wednesday.
No, Wednesdays they do have a show. Wednesday, let me tell you what's on Wednesday. The 6-man tag.
All right.
The Orange Cassidy is challenging Brody Lee for the TNT Championship. And the women's tag that we spoke about earlier. And NXT will have Ciampa versus Atlas. The women's battle royal to determine a number one contender for EO. And William Regal announces the Gauntlet Eliminator match. This is almost like a Royal Rumble, but with pins and submissions. That's the way you get eliminated. Every 4 minutes, a new superstar enters. They didn't announce who's in it. They showed video clips of hinting who might be in it. And in those clips were Ridge Holland, Bronson Reed, Velveteen Dream, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Kushida, Cameron Grimes, and Santos Escobar. Check social media. They confirmed Grimes and Kushida so far. We'll see if I would like to see the entire Undisputed Era in this, and the official the tension is just all it's there. It's there for the pickings. Do you have an idea who might win this? You want to say?
I mean, just out of the people you mentioned, the guy that looks like he's been getting pushed the hardest in the last few weeks is Kushida.
Mm-hmm.
So
Kushida versus Balor would be a fun match.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. I mean, I wouldn't want Kushida to fight him so early, but it is what it is. Could get Kushida the spotlight that he deserves. Maybe he gets something bigger and better after that feud,
So we both picked AEW as the better show, but you can have your voice heard if you think NXT was somehow better. You can vote in the Facebook group True Heels. Join the group. I'll put up the poll. And Chris, anything you want to plug?
Shit, find me at Spick_Flair_Woo. And nope, that's it. What's in that Warriors right here.
And you can find me, the Pride of NY, on Twitter and Instagram, and True Rewind every Monday or Tuesday here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. We want to thank you for watching, as always, and we'll be back here next week to talk about the Wednesday Night War once more. So, for Chris G, I am Romeo. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.